Hello everyone, my name is Danny Franch again, and I'm an undergraduate Writing Center consultant at East Carolina University's Writing Center, and today I'm going to give you the second video about Chicago Manual of Style, and I'm going to focus on how to design footnotes and talk about the thesis for a Chicago paper and a few other formatting concerns. So let's get started. As you can see here, footnote 1 is an example of the footnote, which is the first footnote since it begins with the number 1 and it's at the bottom of the paper. And a few things about footnotes is that the footnote citation is going to be slightly different than a bibliographic entry. Following note citations that you're going to use with this source, Hugh T. Leffler and A.R. Newsom, can and should be shortened to Leffler and Newsom, North Carolina 446, which is the author's last name and a shortened form of the title. When all sources are cited full in a bibliography, the shortened version can and should be used from the first note forward. The shortened footnote usually includes the author's last name and a keyword version of the work's title in 4 or fewer words. As you can see, I included North Carolina from North Carolina, the History of a Southern State. Here is your thesis statement, which should be placed somewhere in the opening paragraph, but most placed it at the end of the paragraph instead of at the middle or at the beginning. Usually we'll put it at the end of the paragraph just so it's clearly recognizable for your reader and your professor. And although not included in this paper, longer papers may require subheadings, and Chicago allows you to create your own format as long as the writer is consistent. And you want to make sure to put an extra line space before and after subheadings and avoid ending them with periods as well. IBID is an abbreviation that means in the same place. As you can see here, I used IBID after I cited this footnote by Brenda James McCain. And IBID basically is used for when a note is from the same source as the note immediately preceding it. And if the page number is different for the new note, place a period and a comma after IBID, then put the page number. Right here we have a block quote, and a block quote is a quote that's longer than 4 lines and should be indented 5 spaces from the left margin, as you can see here. It should also be single-spaced and have no quotation marks. Notice how the footnote still goes at the end of the block quote, though. Here is footnote 6. And also notice the ellipsis points for the omitted material. Your bibliography here should be on a separate page, a new page, and it should be capitalized, the word bibliography, and centered in Chicago style. And also your bibliography is divided into primary and secondary sources. Like other formatting styles, entries are organized alphabetically and have hanging indents for every line after the first. Entries should also be single-spaced with an extra line space between entries. As you can see here, there's single-spaced, but there's a space when starting a new entry. And usually you have your primary sources first. Those are documents written by people in the time period, and secondary documents second after the primary documents in the bibliography right here. Well, that's going to do it for Chicago Manual of Style. I hope this video helped you all and provides you guys some extra clarification about how to do footnotes. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to always consult this video in the future. And good luck with your writing. Have a good day.